Hey everyone, Jarek here, and this is a box. This box was sent to me from the Frontline foam guys, and in this box is 3 different blasters. Now, I've kind of changed what I do in reviews to add the unboxing to said review, so you can see my first reaction to the blaster and you guys can learn along with me, which I think is more engaging and honestly just more fun of a video to make. That said, that kind of falls apart when you have 3 blasters in one box, so I'm just gonna make an unboxing video and then include that part of the unboxing video in the full review, if that makes sense. So if you wanna know more about these blasters, full reviews are coming. Again, huge thanks goes to the Frontline foam guys. Link down to their website down below in the video information if you want any of these or plenty of other blasters. There's a cool story about one of these in here, but let's just go ahead and open up this box. All right, let's pull out the simplest one first. They're all bubble wrapped. Yeah, this looks like a mini disposable rocket launcher. This is the Fener. This is designed, and they've included a few of them in the box, to fire demolisher rockets. These seem to be quite a bit higher quality than the demolisher rockets I have, which are knockoff demolisher rockets that I only got so I could fire them out of the rival pilot with an extension of a barrel you just shove into the barrel. I mean, that's cool on its own, but these aren't the highest quality, so I'll probably be testing these. I'll test both of them out, but the way this works from what I've seen, first off, pretty high quality print, pretty happy with that. Also, this is just, there's no front sight. No, there's a sight there. Here's a front sight. Ridiculous. Okay, the way this works is you push this in, primes the spring, pull it back out so it locks in place. Then take your demolisher rocket, shove it right in there, and it fires it out. Now, I first thought maybe this would suddenly suction in, which would be dangerous right next to your head, but no, that doesn't really happen. Let's go ahead and try the knockoff one. The knockoff one oddly fired a lot straighter, and I'm only shooting like 10 feet, so let's try one of the included purple ones again. The purple ones seem to just go straight down. Let me try the next knockoff one I have. I'll need more testing on that. The knockoff ones almost seem like they shoot better. Still though, I mean, that's ridiculous. This is such a fun thing. This is the first time I've used it, by the way. So fresh out of the box, super easy springer to use. And also I love anything that fires just weirder ammunition types. Like we have so many half-length dart blasters and I like them, don't get me wrong, but I like gimmicks like this. Depending on the games you go to, if you go to any at all, you may need something that fires something heavier, like a demo rocket or a Mega XL, and this could work. Just have it on your back, pull it out, and you're ready to go. This thing's, again, I'm gonna have full reviews out on all of these. This thing is super, super fun, just for what it is. All right, now here's the one that I have a really cool story for. The Chelsea Ray. This thing is actually not available to be purchased on their website. I was kind of bummed about that. You see, they contacted me and they said, hey, is there anything on our site that you would like to review? Well, we'll just go ahead and send it to you. Well, a few years ago, about 2022-ish, I actually wanted to buy one of these things, but I just didn't have the money to. So I immediately went to their website and looked for this and it wasn't there. So I asked them about it and they said, yeah, not enough people were buying this, so we just took it off the website. But we do have one of the production quality products just sitting on the shelf. Do you want that one? I mean, we don't sell them, we don't plan to, but you know, just to make a video of it, you can keep it if you want, just give us a good word, I guess, but you can have it. And I'm like, hell yes, I would love that. That sounds awesome. So they just sent me to this just to make a video of, to keep. That's it. That's all they request. And hell yeah, I'm gonna make a video of this because this thing is sick. So again, huge thanks goes to Frontline foam. That's an awesome thing to do. But this was one of the production quality products, so this wasn't one of the ones that we're gonna sell. It has some exposed wiring here that if I wanted to use it for anything serious, I gotta like kind of keep this close to the blaster somehow so it doesn't get like yanked on. It also doesn't have all the extra LEDs that you can put on it, but you know, that extra stuff is cool. The main reason I like this is because this is a double barrel flywheeler. This fires 2 shots with every trigger pull. Now, Nerf does something that does something similar with the double punch, but that's 1 shot on the pull, 1 shot on release. Not really the same, also nowhere near as high quality as a hobbyist brand 3D printed blaster that shoots harder. This thing, well, actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and put the battery in it first before I show you. All right, takes an XT60. Looks like there's a good amount of space in there. I could definitely fit a bigger battery than this. This is the one I usually use with my Jupiter, but let's just go ahead and plug it in. Toolless battery compartment, which is cool, but let's just go ahead and rev it. That's a loud rev. All right, let me show you the cool thing about this. This, like I said, fires 2 shots at once, so it has a double mag well, and it takes standard Talon mags. Let's do a very loud first testing. Seems to work fine, no problem whatsoever. Accuracy is, even from only this far away, not the best. They're going, doing a V shape in front of me. Mags are pretty securely stuck in there. There's no wobble. The mag release is here. That's pretty cool. But the real test I have, the real thing I want to see, does it work well with the extra magazines? This is an Out of Darts Coda mag. Locks in place fine, not too much wobble. And this is an Out of Darts Tachi mag, 29 rounds. Locks in place, little bit of wobble front and back, not to the side. Neither of them are coming out. That looks very silly. I mean, it's semi-auto, it should be fine. If I ever have feeding issues with the Tachi mag, it's with full auto high fire rate stuff, so try it again. No, it looks like we got Coda mags working, but it looks like this one is not feeding. I didn't push it all the way in. This is a fully loaded magazine, so maybe it's just too much pressure on the spring. Let's try that. Doesn't seem to like the Tachi mag. The Coda mag seems to be working fine, and I do have 2 of those. Let's just try this again. Empty what I can. Yeah, Coda mag worked fine. Tachi mag, this one specifically, is a bit of a problem. Super cool blaster. The fact that this fires 2 shots with every trigger pull is awesome. Again, very inaccurate. Even from only 10 feet away, I'm seeing the darts tumble sideways. So, yeah, interesting. Let's move on to the last blaster they've sent us. And that is the Woozy. Now, I had them send me this because I actually got a Chinese clone of this. That was the first blaster I got when I got back into the hobby recently, like recently 4 or 5 years ago. I think it's 5 years ago at this point. It wasn't 2020. But the first flywheeler I saw online was basically a clone of this. I didn't know it at the time, and it was pretty neat for what it was for a cheap thing. But hey, I said, well, you can send me this and I can compare the clone to the original. So let's just, well, first let's put a battery in it. That's another XT60 and comes with a thumb screw. Thank you. I love my toolless battery compartments. They're always super convenient. Yep, just works with the same battery I was using with the Chelsea Ray. And let's try the rev test. Much quieter than the Chelsea Ray, which is, to be fair, the Chelsea Ray has 4 flywheels, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you know, that makes sense. Now, why would I care about this thing? Well, that's because this thing has a ridiculously high rate of fire. That's what's fun. It also has a selector switch right here in the front, so if you want to be more accurate, you can be. Let's see which one is semi. Well, that's full auto. So down is full auto. That's semi. Let's go ahead and try a Talon mag just on semi. Get the test out. Freefall mag clicks in nice. seems to work no problem, but let's go full auto. That's why you're getting this. I asked for the highest rate of fire possible. Let's just see one mag dump. There's a 3-round burst option. I didn't even know that. It's semi, 3-round burst, full auto. That's sick. I thought something was wrong for a second. I thought it jammed, but I was like, no, it didn't seem like it jammed. So, hey, I have 3-round burst on this. I love that because the rate of fire is so high that this is never going to be logical in a game. But once you add 3-round burst, suddenly that's very logical. Okay, well, thankfully I have a Coda mag, and this is the real test. Let's see if it can mag dump this, if it even works with this. Clicks into place fine. Looks actually oddly good. Not really much wobble. It is on full auto this time. Yeah, it seems to be a little picky. There we go, it finally mag dumped that. I didn't expect it, but when it magged up, it actually had a little bit of like pushback. Okay, I went and grabbed my other Tachi mag, and so I'm just gonna put the semi-auto, and I'm just gonna see if this other Tachi mag works. This is more testing for the magazine. It does not lock in place. Like it clicks enough, but it doesn't lock in place because this segment here bumps against the mag well, but if I hold it in place, it should, in theory, be fine. My theory was wrong. Let's empty a few darts out and see. Surprisingly, it did work. It didn't like it when it was fully loaded. I think there was just too much pressure up here with 29 darts pushing against the pusher. But after that, it worked. Unfortunately, it doesn't even matter if it works or not. It doesn't really lock in properly, so it would not be viable. But that's a look for sure. Let's load up another Talon mag. I have a test I want to do on full auto. I need to go grab some other darts. I have loaded up 2 more Talon mags, and this one is my standard Worker Gen 3s I've been using for the whole video. And this one are Adventure Force bamboo darts. Now, the reason I loaded one of these up with bamboo darts is because the Lepus I have is picky with darts. It struggles to full auto mag dump with everything but bamboo darts, but these work flawlessly in that. I'm wondering if the Woozy has the same problem. That said, it seemed to work fine with regular Talon mags and struggle with the Coda and Tachi mags. So it seems to not like extended mags, so it could either be the darts or the mags. That's what I want to figure out. We're just going to be doing a full auto mag dump, first Worker Gen 3's standard Worker Talon mag. Let's just try to mag dump it. Yeah, I think it was the magazines. I think it just doesn't like extended mags. That worked without a problem. I have this here. I might as well shoot it. There's not much reason now that I know what the issue is, but I loaded it just in case. Actually, a few little things with 3-round burst, because 3-round burst is just super cool. Just the burnt noise is so satisfying. Oop, almost pulled a dart out of the mag. I still have a few shots left. Okay, so yeah, this thing is working exactly as intended. It just doesn't seem to like the Coda mags, which is a little disappointing because I would love to use this in games. Like, let me have the magazine facing the right way. That would be super useful This will be even more useful for something that dumps the whole mag out in a few seconds, but unfortunately, like I said, it doesn't lock in. So, but the Coda mags, like that's fine. You have to hit the mag release for that to pop out. I'm gonna do one more test of this and just see if it was a fluke or not, but I have a feeling this one struggles with full auto in this blaster. Okay, I've loaded up 2 different Coda mags. I'm doing the same test as before. This one has Worker Gen 3s, this one has bamboo darts. I just really want to see, because I really want this magazine to work properly. I gotta move my target. This mag does work in other Talon blasters, by the way, so I know it's not the magazine. Let's swap this to full auto and just see if it stops shooting. Yeah. Seems to not like the Coda mags very much. The pusher seems to be pushing the darts down and upward in directions it shouldn't go. But when it works, it really does work. All right, let's try that again with bamboo darts, see if they work a little better. In my experience, bamboo darts, they seem to be thinner and a bit lighter. They seem to not get crushed against the pusher quite as much. That generally is what causes the high fire rate flywheelers, and I mean really high fire rate flywheelers, to kind of gum up and not even necessarily jam the flywheels, but just not have enough push to actually push the dart. It just squishes it. So let's see. Yeah, this one seems to be working better. It left me about 4 darts at the end, but yeah, it's definitely more of a mag problem. Once you start getting all the extra pressure from 10 or more darts or whatever it is extra you get in the Coda mags or the Tachi mags, it's just too much squish against the pusher to really push the darts out. So that's a little unfortunate, but we do know that any standard Talon mags are going to work, and you should have so many of these by now, so it shouldn't be a problem to either just pull one out of a vest or have them in your pouches or whatever and just load in a brand new Talon mag. Thankfully, the Coda mags do work in the Chelsea array, and that looks really good in my opinion. With the color, this actually works really well. Not the most comfortable thing to hold, but it kind of works as a foregrip. I love what this thing is. And then we also got this one, so huge thanks goes to Frontline Foam. Again, I'm going to be having full reviews out on these things very soon. I'm going to be full on accuracy testing them. I'm going to be doing chronos, going to be doing a lot of stuff. I'm very curious about the FPS of this one. They claim 130 on a single stage, 160 on dual stage. I don't know if they sent me single or dual. I will actually, let me look. All right, cool. This one is single stage. That's actually nice. I actually would prefer it to be 130 FPS rather than 160 because the games I will be going to soon have a 130 cap on the indoor close sections, and this will fit perfectly. I was gonna say on a sling, but it seems like they didn't give me the sling mount, but it's an N-Strike lug, so I can probably put a sling mount on that. Yeah, I might be using this thing in a game very, very soon. This is fun, and I've been wanting this for years. So again, a huge thanks to Frontline Foam. Link down below in the video information to their website, where you can get most of this stuff, not this one, but you can get these two. This is a brand new product, so you can buy that there as well. Thanks again for watching. I will put stuff on the screen here for my other videos if you have not seen them. I will also I'll just have stuff everywhere. I also have a gaming channel where I make like in-depth stuff. That's on here too if you care about first-person shooters. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next video.